Yo guys, Marty here with another video. I hope you're all doing well. Now this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while. So should you play Blade Bannerlord right now in 2021 in its current alpha state? This is going to be a big one. Now Bannerlord, for those that don't know, it's a tactical medieval combat simulator. So you play as your own character and fight similar to games like, I guess the best way to put it would be like Mordhau, Chivalry, Kingdom Come style. But then you also have to control your own armies and grow your own armies, similar to like Total War. And that goes out to like building relationships, castle sieges. It gets pretty heavy as well on the tactical side. It's also the successor to the cult favorite Mount and Blade Warband. Now, I've played a ton of Warband, and like many people, this game was a meme. Bannerlord When was all over Reddit, as people have been waiting for this game for years. And you know, some of us didn't even think it was going to come out. It was announced a long time ago, but yeah, it's finally here. The game's been out for a while now, but I wanted to wait a little while before making this video. So the big question is, in its current state right now, is it fun? Is it worth the money? And should you be playing it? So let's get into a little bit of what you actually do in the game. So you start out as a single person, you create your own background, upbringing, design your own character, things like that. You can start out good with a bow, good with a sword, good at trading, stuff like that. And then you go around with no gear and a little bit of money. There's a backstory, but it's very much a background story. It's not a story-driven game. There is something in the background which kind of gets you on your way. And you'll go around the local villages, recruiting soldiers to join a little warband with you, not to be mistaken for the first game. And that little group of soldiers will expand into an army. So as you increase your reputation and improve your clan and include your reputation, once you become like one of the big boys and you have like your own army of 100 people, you know, soldiers, archers, cavalry, all that, then the game takes you down a path of do whatever you want, really. You can pretty much do anything. This is a really replayable game. So a few examples of the playthroughs I've had. You could pledge yourself to another lord, fight in their armies, marry their women. Maybe they'll reward you with your own castle. They'll call upon you when there's a war, things like that. You can take on companions from taverns. You can fit them with their own armies, and then they go under your banner. And then you can maybe try to take over with your own kingdom, and then you can be the lord who has his own underlings. You could be a rogue who just goes around robbing caravans, raiding villages, just moving from town to town, selling your wares, recruiting new people, and just being a bit of a savage, really, taking what you want, growing as you go. And yeah, the game really is that open, and there is no real ending. It is an open-winded game of take over as much as you want, have as much fun as you want. There's skill trees, relationships, castle sieges, tournaments. There's commerce, like building your own workshops and caravans. And there's plenty of other stuff to do in the game that I just can't go into everything. Hopefully, if that's your kind of thing, then this will get your attention real quick. Like if you're into this kind of thing, listing out those things would have you on board. If none of those things are for you, that is the game, and that may be it. That maybe the game's not for you, and hopefully this video has answered the question for you. So is the game fun, and is there enough to do? Because you know it's in alpha. I was nervous before I bought it. So yes, yeah, there is enough to do. The game's incredible. It builds on Warband, so it's scarily similar to Warband. There is so much carried over, but it's got awesome graphics and a better world. But there's still a lot of work they need to do. Certain things do still feel very much beta. There's like a forging system. There's a game you can play in taverns, think like Gwent, and they feel very bare bones, and I try not to get too involved with them because they're not very good right now. Siege mechanics feel a little bit scuffed. They definitely need to improve on sieges. The fights where you, like the fights you have with your armies feel like they're in a certain number of places that are repeated. Things like that are work that needs to be done on the game. But the core mechanics of playing the game, fighting army on army, going around doing your thing is very, very polished. And there is so much replayability. Like one thing I see a lot is, oh, well, it's an alpha, I'll just wait for the release. And I've had a few people say that. On the one hand, I totally get it, because when it's released, it's going to be more polished and more fun. And I get you don't want to spend money now on a game that's not complete. But from my view on this is it's not a story experience. You don't need to wait until it's finished to play it. It's a replayable game. Think like Civilization. You play it again and again and again because every play is different and every play you want to do something else. That's how I feel that the game is. I've had about 10 different playthroughs just doing different things, living in different areas of the game. And I'll be honest, every game's felt super different. And they're adding little bits to the game all the time. So it does feel like I'm excited to come back and try the new stuff. The downside here, the game is 40 British pounds, which is probably like $50 on Steam, which I get is a lot of money. If you're not sure, if you're not sure and you don't like alpha games, totally get it. That is a lot of money. If it is your sort of thing, go for it. Honestly, go for it. I've been playing since it went into early alpha, and I'm only making this video now because of the recent patches and improvements that have gone into the game. It now feels like a complete game. Before, I would not have recommended you buy the game. Now, I would happily say this is a game that's worth the money. If you like replayable games like this and you're planning to keep playing, don't play this if you're just going to play it once. Wait till the release, that's fine. Or wait for a sale. I think that's kind of reflected in the Steam charts as well. I checked out how the game's doing player-wise, and you can see there was a huge influx on release. And then, like most people, I did as well, dropped off and waited for more updates. Kind of played it full on for a month and then dropped on, waited for more development. And you can see there is starting to have a steady increase back. And I think that's justified because the game now is feeling a lot more polished. But if you're on the fence or if you're low on cash, maybe hold out and wait for a sale or for the full release. Another thing I always try and go into in games like this is, are there any other games like this that you should be playing instead? So maybe you're not sure about this, go get a different game. I always try and recommend some alternatives. So if you're thinking of buying this game, for me, it sits in the middle ground between two genres. So I love Mordhau. I've got a video like this, should you play Mordhau? Mordhau and chivalry type medieval combat. Even games like Kingdom Come Deliverance, because that combat was incredible. If you like strategy games like that, then they probably do the combat better. If you want to just be one guy fighting, skill-based fighting, you know, maybe you should be looking at Mordhau or Chivalry 2 when that comes out. That's out soon. I think that's going into beta soon, hopefully, or open alpha. I can't remember. Yeah, but if you like strategy games, however, I would say this beats games like Total War. In my opinion, this feels better. It feels more open, and the combat feels better to me. So yeah, that's my opinion. It's a good game right in between two genres, and it kind of is its own genre. If you want to play something like Bannerlord, play Bannerlord. Again, if someone's played something else that has the combat like Bannerlord and the army management like Bannerlord with the open world, and they think it's better, please let me know in the comments, because the only reason I'm saying this is because I haven't tried it. So if you've played something like that and you've got a recommendation, let me know. I'd love to be proven wrong. I'll probably buy it today if you can recommend it. So yeah, overall, kind of a lot of rambling, but should you play Bannerlord? A summary. If you played Warband or you're interested in this kind of game, in my opinion, this is the best thing out there so far, and it's in a pretty good state. However, it is quite pricey. So if you want to wait, if you're on the fence, you want to wait for a sale, wait for the full release or the sale. The game's getting better every update, and with time, we're seeing more awesome. We're going to see awesome mods come out for this too. If you played Warband, the mods were incredible. I had a Lord of the Rings mod, which basically turned the game into a fully blown Lord of the Rings game. I probably played that for like 20 hours alone. So yeah, when the mods come out for this, they're going to be insane. So if you want to wait, completely understand. However, should you buy Bannerlord? 100%, this is a must buy. This is a great game. Depending on your circumstances, buy it now or wait. That would be my overall opinion. I hope this video has been helpful or you've enjoyed it. Thanks so much if you stuck around till the end. I'm a really small channel and I do this for fun, just kind of passionate about these kind of games, and I like to make content on them. So yeah, if you liked it, liking the video really does help with the algorithm and it shows it to more people. If you like this style of video, subscribing makes my day, makes me very happy. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have fun, and I'll catch you in the next one.